Hello fellow Aliens fans, this is Solid Dave Snake, bringing you my first review on the newly released Neca Alien Series 4 action figures. And what better action figure out of this series to kick it all off with than our main heroine from all the Alien movies, and the one that Alien fans have been waiting to get from Neca in action figure form. And that is Ripley in her jumpsuit, is how she appeared throughout most of the very first Alien movie. So yes, Neca finally has the rights to Sigourney Weaver to use her likeness in these Ripley action figures, which is awesome. And we get two Ripleys in this series, both as how she looked in the first movie. So with this series, we have the first movie covered with Ripley's, because she looked like this in her jumpsuit throughout most of the movie until the very end, whenever she got in the compression suit. And that is the other action figure, which I will be doing a review on as well. And in the next series, we will be getting Sigourney Weaver's character Ripley as how she appeared in the second movie, Aliens. And hopefully later on down the line, we'll get a version of her from the third movie and fourth movie as well. But this figure here is incredibly well done, from likeness to the actress, paint and sculpt, and articulation. Everything is off the charts with this action figure, and we will break it all down, but let's start it all off with taking a look at the two accessories she comes with. And one of the neatest accessories that she comes with is Jonesy the cat from the first Alien movie. And this version of Ripley comes with this complacent looking Jonesy, and the Ripley in the compression suit comes with a more startled and hissing Jones the cat. And for such a small figure, they really put a lot of nice little sculpting details through here to give it that effect of hair, and a very nice job with the paint. It is the exact color as the cat in the movie, which that cat in the movie gave us a lot of cheap jump scares. And a really nice job with the little cat face, the green eyes. And one of the neatest things about this little accessory is that it's actually articulated. The head is on a double ball joint, so you can get full rotation out of it, and a lot of movement up and down. As you can see, you can get the head tilted pretty far down, and all the way back up. And it's the same thing for the tail as well. It's on a ball joint, but it's a little stiff, and you can really only rotate it. So you can have the tail up like this, or to the side, or all the way down. So really neat accessory, and very fitting for Ripley's character. I thought this was an outstanding accessory, very unique for an action figure. And her second accessory she comes with is one of the makeshift flamethrowers from the movie. With the way that she is articulated, she can easily get a double-handed grip on this flamethrower as well, which is excellent. And the strap fits really nice around her shoulder as well. And her hands are pretty much shaped to hold this flamethrower, her grip. So it fits in there nice and snug, and you can get the strap under her hair, which I have, as you can see. So you may need to tilt her neck a little forward to get it on and off behind the hair like I had it. But let's get an up close look at this flamethrower. They really did an excellent job on it. And the entire flamethrower is made out of a softer plastic, so you don't really have to worry about breaking this. You can bend it all around, even the tanks, which is nice, because if this was a harder plastic, and it took a shelf dive, it probably would have broke off these canisters and some of the other smaller pieces. And of course that pliableness really adds a nice feature for this strap. And there's not too much paint variation going on in this. One canister is white, the other is red, although it does have some nice scuff marks through here. And the tip of the barrel actually looks a little charred from where the flame comes out. So that is a really nice detail. And you can even see the actual triggers on the two grips. So, two great accessories for Ripley. And now let's just take a look at this beautiful figure overall. And we will start straight up at the head and let you see this likeness to Sigourney Weaver. And for not being able to scan Sigourney as the age that she was in the movie, this is an incredible likeness. Before this figure, my favorite Neca action figure was the Dutch action figure from the first Predator movie. In Predator Series 8, they really did a great job with the likeness to Arnold Schwarzenegger with that action figure, but this figure almost rivals it. I don't know which one is going to claim my top spot for my favorite Neca action figure, though, but they are both incredible. And just a spotless job on the paint. I mean, the eyes are on there perfect, the eyebrows, a little subtle pink shading to the lips. Her hair is excellently sculpted, really nice, and perfect black color for the hair as well. Really looks like how she had her hair in the movie. And even down on her neck, there's nice little sculpting details in there where her collarbone is. And this overall body, the jumpsuit, is a pretty pliable plastic. Feels real soft all through here. And Neca really did a fantastic job with the overall sculpt. There are just wrinkles all through the fabric that look nice and natural. Great job on all the zippers and name tag. Even on her shoulder, it has the logo. If I can get in close enough, this is some really small writing. But it has the US CSS Nostromo right there, which was the ship that they were on in that first movie. And even has a little number readout there too. 180286. So I don't know if that was actually the number on her badge. I'm sure it was, because Neca really pays fine attention to detail with this stuff, keeping it authentic to the screen. And let's take a look at the back of the jumpsuit now. Great detailing again on the stitch work and zippers running along the back. Even a little tassel down here by her crack. For such a simple design, it has an incredible amount of sculpted detail through it. Very, very impressive. Her skin tone is perfect on her arms. Great sculpting job on the hands. I don't necessarily know what that is on her wrist, if it's actually a watch or another device. I guess it's supposed to be a watch, but it looks good. And even under her jumpsuit, you can see the layers of clothing that she has on here. Even down to a green t-shirt all the way underneath. And this sculpting detail just continues all the way down to her feet. Great folds in the fabric, and her shoes are really nicely detailed as well. She's got those same sneakers on that she wore in the movie, and they even went as far to, well, I guess she doesn't have too much detail on the bottom of her feet. I thought she did. But she does have peg holes. But that's not that big of a deal for the bottom of the feet. So overall, this sculpt and paint job is just incredible. Neca just keeps up in the ante, and her articulation is nothing to sneeze at either. She has a ball joint on the head, which, as you saw earlier, I rotated it all the way around, and you can get her to look pretty far down and only as far up as her hair will allow. You can see it kind of naturally lays there on her back. And she has a ball joint and hinge at the shoulders, which you can get up to almost 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. Same thing at the elbows, which will get up to 90 degrees and back straight and rotate all the way around. And the hands you can actually take off, and I'll show you that how the articulation is on this a little better, which is really a good thing that this is a peg here rather than having a ball joint, because in the past Neca has had some problems with ball joints breaking off where the wrists are connecting to the hand. So that actually works nice, and you can get in and out movement with it and rotate it all the way around. And she has that diaphragm joint, which you can get her to lean pretty far back with and lean a little further than straight. And you can rotate that from side to side, but it feels a little tight to go all the way around. And underneath this soft plastic, you can feel that there's a ball joint and hinge here at the upper hips, which will allow her to kick all the way out, and you can kind of see where that ball joint and hinge is right here. And you can rotate it as well, although it will look a little funny if you get it out right there. You can see where the peg is. And then her knees are on a ball joint and hinge, which won't go up to 90 degrees, but you really don't need it to go further than that. And you can get it to rotate all the way around. And then at the ankles, the same thing. It's on a ball joint and hinge to go up and back, and you can rotate it all the way around and even get a slight bit of pivot out of there. So that's really nice. So all in all, if you have been collecting these Neca Alien action figures, this is a true must pick up. You cannot pass up this figure if you've been collecting these Neca Alien action figures. It's a true masterpiece. Neca hit it out of the park. I don't rate action figures on a scale from 1 to 10, but if I did, I would have to give this figure a 10. There are no bad points to it in my mind. It's just excellent. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and stay tuned because I will be doing Dallas next.